the trash can seems to be dead, and instead we have
Trashed.
3 new variants of the current console lineup. So there is the deluxe edition, a special edition of the Xbox Series X for $599, which is a proper normal Series X with the disc drive and like a starry like finish with like green highlights. It's interesting, but I think it is limited. They also introduced the Series X digital, which is kind of, I guess, parity with the PS5 digital, in that it is just that hardware, but there's no disc drive, and it's white. And I like the white. I wish there was a way to get that for the disc drive model, to be honest, but unfortunately, there's also a white 1 terabyte Series S revealed. So as far as we can tell from the wording on their site anyway, it seems like these are just additive, as in the fear with that adorably all digital pitch was that they would replace the original Series X completely. So like the disc drive is gone. That does not necessarily seem to be the case. They at least seem to be still offering the regular Xbox Series X that we already have, that one back there, and the 500 gigabyte Series S. These are just additional options into their tree. And, you know, it not really for me. I don't know. What do you guys think? But I guess I can see why.
Yeah.
I think they really missed a trick here though. Like if they could have, not that I'm not into the all digital stuff, mind you, but like if they could have at least put the Xbox Series X at $399 with the all digital model, I feel like that would have been a big play. The problem there though is that the official price, I think, on the PS5 digital is $449.
Yeah.
Just like this, right? But you can regularly get it cheaper. It's on sale right now. Furthermore, the regular Xbox Series X with the disc drive is constantly available for $399. It's not hard to get that for less money than what this all digital Series X is going to go for. So that makes me wonder, are those deals just going to dry up? Like it almost seems like it's going to affect the overall availability. And I don't think these move the needle in any way. Like clearly console sales is not where Microsoft is focusing right now. They are becoming a gigantic publisher, but I still feel like there's something here that they could have done to help further drive sales. Maybe. Oliver, what do you think?
I think this is basically fine, to me at least. There's no real indication this is replacing the disc version of the console.
Yep.
Unlike the Adorably All Digital, which is like came with quotes like, I don't even miss my physical games. This is fantastic. And they actually...
Who was that?
Stupid. Probably ChatGPT generated. And they are actually launching a new disc drive equipped console as well. So that indicates some, future for, even though it is a limited edition, it looks cool. I think that indicates some future for, hardware SKUs that have the disc drive. It's not as elegant though as the solution on PlayStation with the detachable drive. And I think ultimately it is clear that Microsoft would really rather you buy games digitally, especially with the declining store
Game Pass space. They want subs.
Exactly. They want Game Pass subs, or they want you to buy the game digitally. But I think overall this is, it's not taking away anyone's choices, and this could be a good option for some players. I just think it's sort of weird they killed off the trash can. I kind of like the trash can, sort of. I thought it was interesting looking. But, absent the trash can, I think this is fine. This is a better direction for their business, I think, to continue to support more hardware SKUs for the Xbox line.
Thinking of dremeling out a disc drive slot and a button slot there on the white one, and see if we can just like swap the case around.
That'd be funny. Is it cooler because there's now more airspace in it? Like,
yes.
I'm very...
Actually, actually, that's an interesting point, Alex.
They overclock the GPU.
Yes, do it. For me, I'm curious about the technicalities of this. So from the Adorably All Digital, we knew it was a die shrink, right?
Yep.
Yes.
So they set that up at some point? Is this a die shrink? We'll see. Maybe Rich is going to have to pry it open and look. But usually you would expect maybe some form factor change from that, which is why I thought, like you were saying, all digital future for console. Yeah. but at least the trash can was doing something with the form factor, presumably as a result of technical changes.
Yeah.
And here, this is the exact, it looks like the exact, maybe it's like, I don't know, is it a little bit shorter or something?
I don't think
like,
so.
I think it looks like the same chassis to me.
It
So
probably is.
maybe it is, maybe it isn't. And yeah, I feel like it really shows the direction of Microsoft's going in. Instead, they don't want to commit to the hardware. This is like a very, very minor bump to like maybe some newcomers, but they're going to keep the old ones around.
Yep.
Yeah.
More SKUs, which is more of an NVIDIA strategy, I feel like, from the PC space. And it just, to me, it shows actually a lack of dedicated, like, concern for their hardware on console. I actually feel like it's pointing more to the direction of them leaving this space in the traditional model.
I feel like they're probably winding up for whatever they have coming next, the rumored handheld stuff, whatever they want to do next. Like, I think they've accepted that in terms of console sales, this gen is not doing it, right? And I don't think it makes sense for them to invest that money into a cross-gen like a mid-gen refresh update, like we're seeing with the PS5 Pro, which hasn't been announced, by the way, but we know is definitely a thing. And I think it's probably smart of them to not spend that R&D money on such a product, because I don't think it would actually move the needle. They need to focus on other things to get where they want to go.
I think if they do update to 6 nanometers, I think they'll do it in much the same way Sony did, which was without any fanfare, without any big redesign. It'll just be a 6 nanometer chip in the box and a slightly smaller heat sink, and they'll call it a day. I think that's what they'll do.
Wow.
And we'll just learn about it through, like, in Australia, someone unboxed their PS or their Series X and took it apart and look what it has.